Thanks for coming out. Thanks for having me. So I go to a lot of bars to do stand-up comedy, but I don't really drink too much. But I like the names that they give the drinks to try to get you to buy the drink. You know, I think the most popular is Sex on the Beach. You know, like, oh, this drink is so good, it's comparable to what it would be like to have sex on the beach. And using those same marketing tools, if I was to name a drink, I would just name it Car is Paid Off. Like that. I will have a double shot of Car is Paid Off. Like that sounds great to me. Like, don't get me wrong, having sex on the beach for 5 minutes and 21 seconds would be amazing. Like that would be awesome. Know what else would be amazing? 5 years of financial stability. Like that. You guys are a smart crowd. I like you so far already. That's great. When I do order a drink, I don't like straws in my drink, which that's like the third time straws have been brought up tonight, which I feel like you're plotting against me. Like you were trying to ruin this joke for me. But I don't like straws, but I don't like straws just because I think they're annoying. Like a lot of people don't like straws because of the environment and pollution and everything. I just dislike straws because I think they're annoying, but when I hear other people talk about like, hey, let's get rid of all the straws, that's when I become like an eco-friendly activist. I'm like, yeah, let's get rid of all the straws and throw them in the fucking ocean, everybody. Plenty of room in the rainforest. They're made out of plastic. They burn just fine. Want to know who didn't like that joke? The people at the global warming protest, they didn't like that joke. They ripped that microphone right out of my hand. I was like, damn it, I was making a good point. Recently, I've been trying to become better with money. And what was my money joke? I'm trying to become better with money. And one way I become financial savvy is my calendar and calculator app. I gotta have my calendar and calculator app because my calendar app tells me when I'm supposed to pay my bills this month. My calculator app tells me, can I pay my bills this month? Like, I don't need a dating app, I don't need a social media app, I just need an app that does basic math. Like, I need to know $512 minus 82 minus 207 equals no groceries for a couple days. Like, that's what I'm working with. Are you guys familiar with the Mandela effect conspiracy theory? Well, I'm telling the joke. Either way, I'm telling it. The Mandela effect conspiracy theory, it's like you claim something happened in the past, but it didn't happen or whatever. And it's named after Nelson Mandela, which I don't like. We need to take that man's name out of that stupid conspiracy theory. Like, think about everything Nelson Mandela represents. Think about everything he did. And now his name, his legacy is somehow associated with the Bearstein Bears? Like, that's disrespectful. Like, what are you talking about? That's like you ever walk into a room and you forget why you walk into the room? That's the Marcus Garvey effect, everybody. Like, that's what's going on right there. You ever leave the sunglasses on your head? That's the Martin Luther King effect, everybody. We need to change the name of the Mandela effect conspiracy theory to you were mistaken. Like, that's all that happens. Like, you were mistaken. You thought there was a Sinbad movie in the 90s, but you were wrong. It was Shaq, and it was called Kazam. I know, I watched it many times. Like, it's fine. You were mistaken. I'm mistaken all the time. It's fine. Like, imagine being so arrogant. You make a claim. The claim is disproven with solid physical evidence, and you go, no, I'm right, you're wrong. There's just a glitch in the matrix. Like, how can you? Well, then nothing's real. Last year was kind of a rough year for me. I went through a lot of jobs, wasn't feeling too good. And you always do something when you're not trying to do that act. When I was feeling kind of down and out, I came across a great weight loss program. If any of you guys are interested in losing weight, it's just called Become Extremely Stressed. Like, that's all you need to do. Become so depressed that you can't eat food. Like, that's what you need to do. But you got to do something big in your life, you know? You got to get a girl pregnant, quit your job when you don't have another one lined up, get fired from your job, get evicted. You got to do like something extreme so then you know you're going to lose weight. Sure, you're going to lay in bed all day depressed because you're going through a divorce and not burn any calories. But for anybody in this room who's ever been arrested, if you have court tomorrow, you're not eating cake today. Like, no, I do not want a cake right now. Like, people on death row, they're like, yeah, we're going to kill you in a week, but what do you want to eat? Like, a steak and chocolate chip pancakes aren't going to make this situation any better. Well, maybe a little bit better, I guess. That would be my last meal. It'd be like a bone-in ribeye. I've thought about this before. Bone-in ribeye, chocolate chip pancakes. I love chocolate chip pancakes. I have been to court a few times. Nothing for anything major, but nothing for anything as small as like a traffic violation. It was like in between those two things. And what I don't like about going to court, other than going to court, of course, is when you go to court, you're supposed to wear nice clothes when you go to court. Like, did I get arrested by the fashion police or something? Like, wearing nice clothes to court, what a desperate Hail Mary that's never gonna work. Like, you're not gonna walk into the courtroom and the jury's gonna be like, is that Armani he's wearing? You're not gonna walk into the courtroom for vehicular manslaughter and the judge is gonna go, oh my God, he can tie a tie. 6 months probation, you're free to go. Like, that's never gonna happen. I wish it would though. Recently, I realized I like watching the news. I like watching the news because all news anchors are hot. Like, every last news anchor is sexy. It doesn't matter. Male, female, Democrat, Republican, black, white, like, they are all sexy. Like, I would sleep with every single female news anchor on CNN and Fox, you know? Hell, throw in Anderson Cooper. I'm feeling progressive, everybody. Some people are like, man, I can't watch the news. It just gets me all riled up. I can't watch the news because it makes me horny. Like, that's why I can't. People are like, man, turn this news off. I'm getting all hyped. I'm like, yeah, me too. We need to do something. AOC and Tommy Lauren are yelling at each other. Turn the lights down low. I've been doing this. This is an old joke. I've been doing it for a while. So I'm 34 years old, and now I'm going through like old man puberty. But what I didn't like when I was done with puberty is, why do I have to have such a hairy asshole? Like, can anybody explain, like, why is there so much hair down there? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm from Ohio. We've had some pretty cold winters. At no point was I ever like, I am so happy God stapled a scarf in my butthole. Like, woo! It's getting... And like every job I've ever had, like, butthole itchiness just intensifies like 7 folds. So every single job I've ever had, I've always had my scratch corner where like I look around, no one can see me, and I just Wolverine claw it like, oh my God. And people are like, why don't you just shave? Why don't you just shave down there? You can't. It would grow back all short and stubbly, and it would be like 2 toothbrush bristles in your ass just going at it. Like that metal scraper you scrape the grill with, just like, I don't do that joke to be vulgar, I just do it because it's true. Like, my ass is so hairy, it just looks like a bunch of daddy long legs are trying to escape. Like, this is terrible. So, before I leave, I have merch, everybody. Every good comedian has merchandise. They got t-shirts they want to sell, and they go to some print shop, and they're like, they print off a bunch of t-shirts, and it has some catchphrase. within their act or their ass. They have some catchphrase on the t-shirt, like Mandela effect, something, something, or calendar calculator app are important. But I don't have any money to do that. So my merchandise is, I'm just selling my old shirts, everybody. Like when I have old shirts. I can write my name on it. I got this one. Got another shirt. It says NASA. They're real hip and trendy right now. NASA stuff is cool. I'll sign it. $10. Got it for free. I got some other stuff to sell. I got my underwear to sell if you guys want any. $10 clean, $20 dirty. Girls know the gist. All right, everybody, that's my time. Thank you.